Alrighty, so the next one we're going to do is cutting calibration. Gets a little more serious now. So you will need your HON 66 blank, comes with the device. First thing you want to do is click on cutting calibration. It's going to give you a little diagram of what it wants you to do. It's going to ask you to install the M1 clamp, and then it's going to ask you to install the HON 66 blank. So we'll come down. We've already got the M1 clamp installed. Next thing we need to do is put the HON 66 blank in. You want to insert the key all the way to the furthest line, tighten this red clamp up, and then you want to tighten the Allen key that comes on top. So the Allen key, you don't need to go overly tight, but just firmly locked in. Then you want to pretty much come up and click continue. What it's going to do now, it's going to start cutting a key. It's going to track its 4 points that it needs to know, and then it's going to start cutting. Alrighty, so what it's going to ask you to do now is it's going to ask you to clean off all the swarf from around the actual key. Now what we do is we lift up the shield, you get your brush that comes with the device, and you pretty much just want to clean the swarf off from around the key. Now, you should be cleaning your automatic key cutting machines pretty often. I would say, if not between every cut of a key, at least every key after you finish it. When setting up the calibration, you must clean it now. It's going to do a tracking, and if it gets any swarf in the way, it's going to give you a false reading and probably not work. So once you've got that all cleaned off, going to close the shield again. It's not going to do any cutting this time, but still close the shield. And then you're going to hit continue. And what it's going to do now is it's going to track its previous cuts on the HON 66 blank and make sure it is cutting correctly. So once you hit continue, you can see it will actually go through and find its points that it's made, making sure that everything's okay. And that's your cutting calibration all done.